while you're here, you can have some fun, want you to take some pictures. They're called selfies. The cool part is it's a memory moment. We were just back there, the deal is this, we lose sight of the significance of moments like this. In this environment that we're in right now, the cool part about this is you are changing the perception culturally of the way bourbon is consumed by African Americans. We had this discussion last time we were here briefly, but a lot of people, even in clubs and places that you go, they expect the behavior to be a certain way. And you guys come in and you blow them away. And at 94 years old, you become the only living person to personally handle every million barrel soda company Buffalo Trace Distillery. So we don't talk too much about it, but the room behind you, right behind the fireplace there, is dedicated to my family. And the kooky part about it is I became the first African American and the first tour guide to ever be inducted into the Bourbon Hall-of-Fame. I'm getting ready to go down for another induction next week for another little class, kind of mixed discussion. The deal though is you touch lives every day. All right, bourbon is a conduit, and all I will share with you is this: they're called goods and chips. And just remember this as you look forward. You're getting some pretty cool picks, not only at Buffalo Trace Distillery, but at these other distilleries. And you could not share. But if you want to grow, and if you want to basically enhance what we're trying to do, you share. That's your should. They will never, ever forget. They may not remember the pour, but they will remember that you shared a special bottle. All right, and then hopefully, if we're blessed, a year from now, we'll come back. Maybe we'll be able to do that barrel pick thing that we talked about and have some fun with that. So, on behalf of Buffalo Trace, we're going to do the group picture. These guys are ready to do the scoop, and part of you will be doing the tasting, right? And the other part's going to be doing the tour, and then we'll flip it around, and we'll all be up at the upstairs in the gift shop. Got it? All right, so come on up, guys. Here we go.
All right, so we're going to walk around this way. I want to show you the new fermentation tanks. They're the biggest in the industry. They're 92,000 gallons. So, come on, follow. I'll head this way. But they had to raise the roof 10 feet, reinforce the concrete floor, because each one of these things is roughly 750,000 pounds a piece when you fill them. Times 12, times 24, so a lot of weight.
Now let's take a quick look at warehouse D. When you first look at it, kind of ask yourself, does it have windows? Which it does have windows. Only 3 sides of the building has 1 row of windows. All the windows on the front side of the building, which is also the west side of the building. Now, that is because the sun does set in the west, but also the Kentucky River is on that side. So that allows a lot more moisture air into that building. What's up? What's up, boss?
See all y'all the same jacket on? Where y'all from?
There we go.
All over.
All over.
All over the country, man.
Yeah, but we all part of the same crew.
Same crew, though. Same crew. Black Bourbon Run.
Tell them give me one of those jackets.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Give me a couple of hats and some bourbon, we got you.
Yeah, exactly. Them barrels right there. That's what we want right there.
The dude that's talking, he's the head of the barrel.
Oh, yeah. Y'all can get some jackets. Exactly.
That's the man you want to talk to. That is the man you want to talk to. He's the head of it. But as I was saying, that warehouse D has only 3 rows of windows on one side of the building. Well, 3 sides of the building have 1 rows of window, all the windows on the west side. Now, compare that to warehouse I here, has small windows all around the entire building, and the roof is fairly flat. Now, if you guys see straight back, warehouse K there. Warehouse K has big windows, but they're about every other brick, and the roof is stacked. Now, once we get around the corner, you guys are gonna see Warehouse L. Warehouse L has huge windows, and they're every other brick, but that roof is flat. So we're able to make a bunch of different products here based off our warehouses and our mash bill as well. But now, you guys see those brand new tanks over there? That is our tank farm. I think when you guys came last year, they was just starting to build them. We now have 7 74,000 gallon tanks over there. One thing I always like to say, at any given moment, we could have about 500,000 to 1 million gallons of that white dog mash sitting, ready to get barreled. So with this expansion that we're in, we're currently filling anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 barrels a day. So as much as we're making and producing, you guys, we still need you fellas' help. Please don't go sober anytime soon. Now, as we do come in here, everybody take out their phones, get ready to take some pictures and videos, all right?
Finished with 53 gallons. So you're somewhere in, over 25 gallons, over half a barrel.
They just added 2 more fill stations inside of here. So we're filling 8 barrels at a time now instead of just 6. Now, once barrels are filled, if you guys can kind of see that postal board in there, they're going to receive that stamp on the side of that barrel. Now, that stamp is going to have our Buffalo Trace logo and our DSP number, which is 113. Now, after it gets that, at the bottom of the stamp, it's going to be which mash bill it is, whether mash bill 1, 2, 3, or the rye mash. It's going to tell you which day that barrel is filled. Now, as that barrel comes towards us, that weighs about 550 pounds. Imagine him lifting 550 pounds right out. So he doesn't work hard.
This is barrel strength. This is, today it's going in 126 proof. Drink responsibly.
If you like woodcraft, if you really want to see what we do offer a muddler experience. So if you're a bartender or you like working on the lathe, we do a live demonstration. It's like $25, and we will hand turn. Take about 5 minutes to hand turn your own cocktail muddler.
I'll give you all a demonstration if you want, but you will have to step behind our liability gate.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you find E.H. Taylor, Buffalo Trace, Weller Special Reserve kind of in the middle floors of the warehouses. And then you come down here to the bottom floors, pretty stable temperatures year round. Nothing too hot, nothing too cool, no big temperature fluctuations. So you have bourbon aging down here 10 to 23 years. Eagle Rare to Pappy Van Winkle. So after, like say, 7 or 8 years, you got almost a little more than half a barrel. But then you go to like right to the far end, Pappy 23, 5 to 8 gallons. Give or take. Let's set the Wayback Machine to 2020, July of 2020, COVID's going on. We only had 68 barrels that year for Pappy 23. Because back in 1997, nobody was drinking bourbon.
we're gonna kiss the Buffalo Trace. And the guy says, oh, Freddie, are we gonna kiss it or we're gonna French kiss it? I said, watch what your body does. Little tongue comes out. I said, you French kissed it. All right, now, the point is, just that quick 9,000 receptacles would work. You taste things in parts per million. So when you're doing tastings and barrel selections, it doesn't take a lot to detect the subtle nuances. If you take a big swig of it, it overwhelms the palate. If somebody asks for their bourbon in a weird way, never ever forget why you bring your good bottle out. Bring it out with people you like. So what you can be honest with them and say is, I don't normally drink my bourbon that way. You're being honest. But you have to follow it up. Remember, you're in a group with a bunch of friends, but you have to follow it up and say, however, I don't want you to miss the opportunity to enjoy this pour with the rest of us. So I'm gonna give you a pour like everyone else, and here's some ice, and here's your mixer that you like. We've done this at home. You know, like sometimes you get a bottle and you're not sure how you want to drink it, and you play with it, and you do. That's what you open it up to them and say, here, play with it, mix it up the way you like it, and when we're all ready, we can do our toast. That's why this is so important to me, is we won't always be on this road together. And if you're blessed enough to have a good pour, in a memory. When Elmer was recognized as one of 3 living master distillers that have a whiskey named after him, at this event with all these journalists and all these other folks, my dad and I are sitting at this table, and Elmer in the midst of that, they're praising him for blankets and all this kind of stuff. And in the middle of all that, Elmer just very humbly says, I appreciate y'all recognizing me for blankets and its popularity. He said, but you need to know something. Jimmy's the one who picked out the barrel for me. My dad cried. He said he didn't have to do that. And wooden ships, they sink. The best ships are friendships. And to those ships, we shall drink. Cool?